Hey, it's Dr. Lewis Clark, and again, I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video. This is number 2 in the series on herniated disc and spinal decompression. And today I want to focus in on what happens if you had a problem for a long time, you haven't dealt with it, or you had a surgery years ago. What does that look like as time goes on? So first thing we need to do is just remember that alignment of the bone and the disc are both important in a normal spine. So if you have a misalignment of the spine, it can cause the disc to bulge or even herniate, which is worse, and put pressure on the nerve root, causing not only back pain, pelvic pain, hip pain, leg pain. If it's in the neck, it can go down into the shoulders, upper back, down into the arms and hands. So how do we deal with that, and what does the long-term consequences look like? Well, some people have had a surgery or are considering a surgery. What do they do in a surgery? Well, what they do is they take and basically cut off the bulging or herniated part of the disc here, okay? Sometimes they'll do a fusion and sometimes they won't. In my cases that I've worked with, if you can avoid the fusion, obviously it's better. But if they, either way, what's going to happen is that disc is going to lose some of its function, because it's lost some of its material, maybe it's fused together. Either way, it's going to put more stress on the disc above it, more likely to create a problem there. And here's the other problem: the surgery will do nothing to correct the alignment or position of the vertebra and how it's supposed to sit. So the reason that a person often gets a disc herniation in the first place is because of the way the bone is sitting on the disc, then making the disc weak and causing it to bulge back into the area where the nerve goes. Well, even if you cut this off, but this is still sitting this way, what do you think the chances are that something's going to reoccur? Pretty good. Matter of fact, studies show within 5 years, 80% of people that have back surgery have the same or similar symptoms. And so it could be from the same area or it could be from the area above it. So the other thing I want you to know is, even if you haven't had a surgery, but you have one of these problems, but you're just trying to deal with it and live with it, well, let me tell you what's happening inside your spine. Because we have a normal disc height until we get something goes wrong and you begin to get a bulge or herniation that begins to lose some disc height. But over time, it will also damage the disc or degenerate the disc, cause bone spurs, and eventually even get to the point where you have no disc left whatsoever. This case is pretty much permanent. There's not anything anybody can do for that. So there is a progression that happens if you do not deal with the problem. If you just try to deal with the pain whatever way you choose, the underlying problem will progress. And many times people will notice that, yeah, now I can't control it with my drugs, or now I can't control it with my exercise, or whatever other things they're doing, and now it's beginning to affect them more and more. If that's the case, don't wait, because it will continue to get worse over time. So hopefully this helps you understand that not only can we help when it's a new injury, but even if it's been a chronic injury, as long as it's not in that bone-to-bone state, there is definitely something that can be done to help. So I look forward to seeing you. If you have any questions, contact our office. Live life well, and God bless.